Hey, looks like it's working. Awesome. Trying to come on earlier today when I first got up to go through this, but issues. So, welcome. Today will be the first episode of Top 5 Fridays that I'm working on. So, it'll be an ongoing series that I'm looking to create. I'll go through topics from gaming to shows that I'm watching to movie series, things like that. Just looking to have a conversation with people and share my preferences on things and get other people's thoughts. But first episode today, so I thought it's pretty timely. I know summer sale started a while back, but jumping in there trying to evaluate which games I'm interested in buying at a cheaper price right now. So I've got a list of what I'm considering my top 5 games. Now, these aren't going to be the most popular games or the ones that the community is highly rating, just games that maybe I've been looking to play or purchase, ones that are discounted that I want to have for like a long-term library. Also looking at have my pre-order for my Steam Deck, so looking to say, okay, what would be a good game to play once I get my Steam Deck? Some RPGs potentially that I've just played a while back and looking to jump back into, and thinking a little couch gameplay would be nice. So let's go ahead and get into it. Summer sale is great. I have a tendency to buy these games, and I sit in my backlog. So after I go through my top 5, I'll give you some other thoughts on some of the other ones I still may purchase before end of next week when the sale's over. But starting off with number 5, and this is maybe controversial to some, but it's Mass Effect Andromeda. So it's a game I own. Started a few times. I love the Mass Effect series in general. I've played through the first 3 games multiple times already. Don't have the current Legendary Collection. I know that's on sale too, and it's still something I may pick up. But this is one I definitely want to jump back into, actually complete the whole thing, just so I have full experience. I know they've made updates over time. I feel like a lot of these elements they moved into some other games. Blanking on the name of the one. It didn't last very long, but I think this would be a good game on the Switch. That sitting on my couch, going through the story. I think it'll translate pretty well to that. But it's something I could jump into and start playing now as well. So this is number 5 for me. And with the price, under $10, I think it's steal right now. And in a year, 2 years, it may go down even further. But having it in my Steam collection long term would be a good benefit. I may even go as far as bundling it with Dragon Age Inquisition. Doubling the price, but having that in my back catalog as well. It's a game I know I've played, have multiple runs at one point in it. Still have not completed that either. Still own it for PlayStation 4. Rebooted it on PlayStation 5 the other day. And starting that game from the start and having it on a portable device may be worth it. So, still debating on that, but it definitely Mass Effect Andromeda is number 5. For number 4, it's a game that I completely forgot about. That's Gears Tactics. I think I looked at it when it first came out. First Gears game was like the very first game I owned back with the Xbox 360 when I purchased that. My first HD TV. I love that game. It'd be great to even get the entire like Gears trilogy and go back and replay those. But from the reviews I've seen with this, it's something that's easy to jump into, kind of that XCOM style game, which I have XCOM 2, played XCOM 1 all the way through. So jumping into this looks really fun. Again, something that I think translates from what I've read and what I've seen on YouTube, like the Steam Deck, very well. So excited to get that. Gears 5, something down the line I might look at. But those tactical games, turn-based, step away, dad, 2 kids. The ability to pause a game and jump back into it after having to step away is great. Those PvP games, battle royales, not my style. So, something a little slower, has somewhat of a story to it that I can jump into. RPG, character progression, things like that. Those are the type of games I'm looking for. So, Gears Tactic, number 4. Number 3, another game that I've never played because I stay more in the PlayStation family and Sony family. So, State of Decay 2, that open world experience, survival game. It's been a long time since I've played any zombie type game. So, heard a lot of good things about this. Seems to run on the Steam Deck from what I've looked at. And, just that idea of like jumping in for a few hours, messing around, I think it'd be great. I know this is the upgraded version. I could double down and get State of Decay 1, but might as well move up to the second version, see what they've cleaned, based on what they've cleaned up in the game and in the world. So that's what I'm looking forward to jumping into relatively quickly too. So number 2, now this is a game that I've been watching go on and off sales for a long time on PlayStation, on Steam. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and purchase it now. And that's Wasteland 3. That CRPG style game, that XCOM style game, I think it's great. Build variations, things like that. I can get multiple playthroughs with it. I'm looking forward into jumping into this. A lot of videos out there for build possibilities and things like that, highly rated. I don't know if I'll go ahead and buy like the entire collection with all the download. I think I'll start with just the main game and go from there. At almost 70% off. No better time now than to buy this and be able to jump in. I know it's similar style game, Gears of War, XCOM, which I'll have, but I think I can jump back and forth between these games. Divinity Original Sin 2 is still a game I've never finished, but hopefully this has a little more action to it, and I can stick with it a little bit longer. So number 2, Wasteland 3. And then for my top pick for this summer Steam sale, the one that I've definitely been looking for, haven't played, is The Outer Wilds. Oh, wrong one. Outer Worlds. There we go. So, Fallout style game. I played 3, until I had like a game crashing bug. I played 4, never did get into 76. The idea of that style game, but more in space, Skyrim style, I'm super excited to jump into this. I've already purchased it this morning, downloaded it. Can't wait to jump in tonight and play this. I know, again, there's other DLCs and bundles that I could purchase, but I'll start with the main one, 70% off, $18. Again, that RPG style game, character progression, skill trees, translating that to the Steam Deck as well, so I can sit on the couch and play, take trips. I'm super excited about that once it comes in, but I can definitely get started now in doing that. Let's see. So we want to talk somewhat about like honorable mentions and things like that. These are my picks. They might not be, like I said, everybody's pick. They're the ones that either I've looked at and I've had an interest in for a while. I'm just trying to do something real quick. But I'd love to get everyone's thoughts and opinions, what they think. Where did I make a mistake? Maybe some other games that they would be on your top 5. See where we compare. See where you think I went wrong as well. Like I said, these are mine. So you take a look here. Some honorable mentions I'm still probably going to pick up throughout the Steam sale. There's like Tales of Arise I'm thinking about. I probably will still go ahead and pick up Mass Effect Legendary Edition, adding that to my library and play in say a year or so once I have the Steam Deck. Be able to replay that. I played through it already. That's why it's not really in my top 5. It's a big game, a big undertaking to try to go through that entire series again. I'd rather jump into Mass Effect Andromeda, which is in the same world, different story though that I haven't finished. I just saw a little racing game called Circuit Superstars. It's not a huge sale on it right now, but it's definitely a game that I thought looked interesting that I'll jump into potentially. Need to look but find some more reviews on that to see if I want to go ahead and spend the money on that. Remnant from the Ashes. There's a sale on that right now as well, and all the DLC for it. A game that I think I have on the Epic Game Store for free. So may not buy it through Steam, may just use it through Epic Game Store, hoping that that'll work on Steam Deck and I can get it to work on Steam Deck. Other side, another kind of tactical RPG game that looks interesting. Been watching it go on sale both on Steam and for the Switch as well. I do own a Switch, so I have another portable device, but looking for the larger style games and using the Switch more just for those games to play with my son and everything like that. BattleTech, Into the Breach, there's some other games. One older game that I thought about buying was like Star Ocean Last Hope. There's a new Star Ocean game coming out, but I remember playing that one and really enjoying it and never got through the whole game. There's always another game that pops up that I'm interested in playing, so we'll see. Right now, I put together a spreadsheet that looks at, the size of the games that I'm looking to buy, making sure that they, what type of memory card I may need for my Steam Deck, how much am I saving overall by buying these games now, versus, if I just go ahead and wait for another sale, or later I decide and get an itch to play one of these games, I have to buy it for full price. I can buy these top 5 games right now for under $70, after tax. So I think it's a great opportunity for me to have the next few games for the next few months, basically, before October, November, when some other games hit. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Outer Worlds, maybe tonight, once I get that started up, maybe I'll go ahead and try to stream that. I don't have a lot of videos here on YouTube, looking to create some more. Again, this is, the first of hopefully a weekly series that I'm trying to create, of these top 5s. Hopefully, my idea is to log on first thing in the morning, have my cup of coffee, just have that chat with everybody, see what people think about my picks. This one's a little quicker because, of course, there's nobody here watching at the time of streaming. But, over time, hopefully we can grow, get some more people in here, have that ongoing conversation. Eventually, I'd love to turn it into more of a podcast series going forward. I love video games, love sci-fi. Want to be able to talk to other people about those things. So, drop a comment if you like this kind of format. Format may change over time, but if you're interested, if there's certain topics that you'd love to get my thoughts on my top 5 of something, just